You'll want to be on the lookout for an old vintage window when you see how charming and helpful this garden idea turned out. Heading to my storage shed, I'm selecting 8 cedar planks that measure longer than both the window width and depth. I'm now placing 4 boards around the window to determine the finished box size I'm about to build. I'm measuring the width of the window from left to right and the depth from front to back according to the angle chosen. Since my planks are smaller, I'm stacking 2 for each of the 4 sides. So I'm cutting 4 longer width planks and 4 shorter depth planks. To join the planks to the support boards, I'm stacking 2 planks, then positioning a support board on the left and right side underneath, then attaching with screws. Now that the box is built, I'm positioning it in the desired flower bed location. Reaching for 2 heavy-duty old gate hinges, I'm positioning them onto the window frame along the top back, then pre-drilling holes into each hinge hole before attaching with screws. Now I'm positioning the window on top of the box. Using the 2x4 to hold the window in place, I'm attaching the hinges to the fence with screws. And I am left with a super cool and useful cold frame that looks as good as it works. This will be the ultimate spot to protect and help a few tender plants get a head start. The window allows the sunshine in while adding protection from the elements. And since the sides are not sealed, there's also plenty of needed airflow. With an added hook and chain, I can also position the window at any height.
The next time you're at Dollar Tree, make sure you head to their frame section and grab some of these gold frames. And I'm going to begin by removing the backing and then taking out the matte border as well as the cardboard, so I have just the glass and the frame. I'm then going to come in with some wire cutters and I'm going to pull out the black tabs that keep the backing on and remove those as well. Then I'm going to take out the glass and I'm going to come with some E6000 and I'm going to glue the glass inside the frame. So I just go all around the frame with the glue and then I place the glass back inside to glue it in place. Once I've done all my frames, I'm then going to come and take 8 of the frames and I'm going to glue 2 of them together. So 8 frames total, glued 2 together. And I do this by using the same E6000, making sure I flip it over and wipe away any excess glue that oozes out in between. And then I'm going to clamp them together and I'm going to let this set overnight. I was noticing when I placed the clamps on the frames to clamp the 2 together, they did kind of raise up and bow up at the corners there. So I just placed some heavier objects on top to keep them flat and straight while they were setting. I came back the next day, removed all my heavy objects that I placed on top, and then as well removed the clamps from all the frames. And these frames are really solid glued together here. Then I'm going to take the remaining 2 frames that are not glued to any other frames and I'm going to lay them out here on how I'm going to glue this together. So I'm going to glue all the sides and then I'm going to just raise them up here and build a rectangular shape. So 2 frames on each end and then the 2 that are glued together for the sides. Again, after I've done this, it is standing, so we don't need to clamp it, but I am going to let this set overnight again, making sure that the glue is really solid. Once it's set, you can see here I can move it around. It is completely solid. It does not move. It's not flimsy. And then I'm just going to come in and finish it up with a nice A-frame top with my remaining 4 frames. And then I'm going to just connect them together into an A-frame shape and letting that set as well overnight. Then, when I am finished, here is my project. It is a beautiful terrarium that I can use to place my potted plants, and I like the sides open on the A-frame part so that I can just stick my sprayer in there and water my plants as need be. This is a decorative little elegant house for me to store my house plants, and now I have one of those gorgeous A-frame terrariums that you see at high-end decor stores that I made for as little as under $10 and the cost of some glue.
Have you ever wanted to be more self-sufficient, but also stay on budget? Well, go ahead and head out to your local Walmart and grab one of these plastic drawer sets. Then get yourself some good quality seed starting mix and go ahead and moisten it up. A lot of the times when it comes out of the bag, it's super dry and you can't really do anything with that. Once you got your seed starting mix moistened, and you're going to want to grab a dry erase marker and label the 3 drawers on the bin that you bought. Once you've done that, set out some seed starting pots. These can be things that you've bought, or you can make them out of toilet paper tubes or newspaper. It doesn't have to be fancy. And go ahead and fill them about 3/4 of the way up with some of that moist potting soil or seed starting mix. You're going to take some seeds of your choosing and you are going to place a seed or 2 in each of the pots. Now, and then take a few popsicle sticks and label them with what the seeds are. Next, you're going to take these full seed starting cups and you're going to place them inside those drawers. This is so perfect. The drawers are plastic, so you'll be able to water them right in the drawer and place them in a sunny spot, or at least a place that gets partial sun. And before you know it, just wait and see, you'll come outside and you'll find that you have some seeds that are sprouting and plants that are growing. It really is kind of like magic.